We have some social media questions for you.
All right.
At Team Lance tweets, Mississippi I Am is getting wonderful reviews and awards from the festivals. The response, is it better than you expected?
The response is way better than I expected. I didn't know how many people would be interested in watching a documentary about Mississippi and being gay. You know, it is kind of a niche market, but with all the news that's been coming out just recently about just gays in the South, it really is just perfect timing.
I think it's got wide appeal. At ODKP via Twitter, what would you say to LGBT people still living in the South trying to find a place to fit in?
Yeah. You know, if you're LGBTQ in the South, one thing is just always telling that person that you trust. If you're keeping it inside yourself, it's going to fester and really it's going to be terrible for you. So find that family member, that best friend that you can trust, that you can just get it out in the open, even if you have to call the Trevor Project. But that's the first step you need to make, is just admitting it to yourself and telling that person. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off.
Wouldn't you imagine that the hardest thing to be is transsexual?
I agree.
That must be living in the wrong body.
Living it, you know, being transgender, it's something that even it's hard for me to understand because I'm just not transgender. So, but these kids have such a hard life, and you see these kids that, like I said, I knew I was 5 years old, and you see these 5, 6-year-olds that just know they're in a different body. It's terrible. It's incredible to watch.
At Leon Grantham wants to know how you feel about still being referred to as NSYNC's Lance Bass.
I will always be NSYNC's Lance Bass, and that's something I'm very proud of. You know, we worked our butts off, to make that as big as we possibly could. So I'm glad to always be referred to as NSYNC's Lance Bass.
At Lindley 2000 tweets, are there plans to do a follow-up with the people in the documentary to see what's changed since you filmed?
It's a great idea, and something that I've already thought about.
When did you film?
We filmed that, we wrapped that about 4 years ago. So, and it's just now coming out. So these kids that were 17, 18 are now adults and just graduating college. And I would love to catch up with these kids. And I've kept in touch with the ones in the film, but I think people would be very surprised to see how these kids are doing right now.
Watch new episodes of Larry King Now, Monday through Thursday, on demand on Hulu and Aura.tv.